Hey guys, Seth, Tim, Up North Sports, and we are really excited today. We got a batch of the brand new 509 Revolver goggles in. Now this is a new goggle for 509 this year, 2017 product, and this is a kind of a takeoff with a completely different twist and look at it from the very popular Aviator goggle. And the only thing that's really similar to the Aviator is the curved shape, concave this way and this way. But what I've noticed right away is that there's definite feel and look difference. They're actually a lighter frame.
I thought so as well.
Yeah, I haven't got any weight specs on this, but after wearing these for hundreds of days, I do know that this is a lighter goggle. But some real unique features about this goggle, number one is the pivot lens technology. Now what this allows you to do is flip these two buttons right back out of the way, and the front of this lens tilts up at a 90-degree angle and then back down. Push the two buttons back into place and voila, you're hooked in or out. And you can change the lens with the same ease that you're lifting it up.
Man,
now,
that's a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, you think about guys riding on the trail, you know, getting hot, you know, playing in the trees a little bit, and the guys up in the mountains specifically, you know, they get really hot, get really sweaty, and all you have to do is flip that lens up to let some cool air get around your face and let the hot air out of the goggle out. Just like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a very, very simple process. And another thing I noticed here, if you look at that, Seth, these are a pivot adjusting.
Yeah, I was noticing that too.
Yeah.
I really like the way, I think it's going to accommodate some really nice, larger sized helmets.
I agree. I think that it'll, if you can look at this one, this is probably a little easier to see than the one he has in his hand. The actual outriggers do pivot in multiple positions. So what that means to you is when it goes inside the helmet itself, so as it goes inside the helmet and it rests against the user's face, doesn't matter how far your forehead or your face or nose project, it'll automatically adjust for that and have the same seal either way.
Awesome. Accommodate any head shape, head size.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a great improvement. And it still continues to have the great features of the Aviator, that basically nothing's going to stick to that goggle. You know, there's no real spots here for snow to gather, whether it's, you know, you're in a deep powder or you're on a sleety day. You know, it's easier for the snow to be removed, and just going down the trail will blow that light powder off.
Absolutely.
And of course they still have the very, very popular, long-standing triple silicone and very thick straps. So everything on the goggle, and they still have the warranty. I mean,
Absolutely.
the 509 guarantee on the goggle is really second to none. It's 100% replacement if you have any small parts break or anything like that, or anything go wrong with the goggle, and 1 year on the foam and the lenses is one of the best in the industry.
Absolutely.
Now, how many colorways we got with these?
Now, altogether on this, Tim, we have 12 colorways that's going to be available, and so you'll be able to find those additional colorways on upnorthsports.com. Right now, we have a huge number of them featured, but not every single one.
Yeah, this chrome one, I was checking that out.
I can barely take my eyes off it.
That is bad. That is a bad machine there. And it's on a beautiful new altitude helmet, which is, you can see on one of our other videos. Now the price point on these goggles, they start out at $139.99. Got it. And they go up to $189.99. Now that top end, that is for the goggle that actually has the photochromatic lens in it. And that lens will go to virtually clear all the way to a dark finish, depending on what the light conditions are. So it was I know for a fact that we've had much call for that for years, and last year they introduced that with much success, and the lens has been a great selling lens for us.
Oh, the riders have loved it.
Yeah. As far as the other features, you know, you're going to find the same things. The same size D-rings on the back of the buckles, or excuse me, the back of the straps. A slightly redesigned nose piece.
I'm really liking that.
Yeah, it's a little thicker, a little more rigid, but very comfortable. You know, it's not, it's
not
still,
too huge profile.
Yeah, it's still very flexible, but it's got more rigidity due to the thickness of it.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll go in and out of the helmets a little easier as
Certainly.
well.
And provide maybe a little better protection as well.
No doubt about it. So I think we've covered just about everything on these goggles. We're very excited to show them to you this year at the shows, but they're available right now for pre-sale on the Up North Sports website, and I think this is going to be a great seller for us this year.
Absolutely.
And it's going to make a lot of people really happy. So thanks for joining us here at Up North Sports. Once again, this is the 2017 509 Revolver goggle.